Hey there, it's Brian Gormley again with another edition of Where in Greater DC. Each week we film all over the DC, Baltimore area in a different location and offer a free prize for the first person to guess the filming location and send that guest to support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com. Be sure to send the guest to that email address and not just hit reply to whatever email you may be getting. Only guests at support@cornerstonepropertieshomeinfo.com are going to be considered for the gift certificate. We are a local real estate brokerage and short sale negotiation firm. Negotiate short sales for free for homeowners and agents alike, all in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. So the tip this week, we're talking about ants, fire ants, termites, and fleas. This is the spring season, and of course this is when these things start popping out of the woodwork, so to speak, and quite literally. We actually had a flea infestation a couple of years ago. Our kitty cat, who's not an outdoor cat, brought back some fleas just from sitting out on the deck with us on a leash, and we didn't even really see her itching that much. We didn't see the fleas until one day, something jumped on our bed, and our bed has like a white comforter, and and then it sort of landed like 6 or 8 inches away, and then it jumped again, and it's like, well, what is that? What is that? We managed to get it in a Ziploc bag, and saw that the kitty cat was itching, and oh my goodness, it must have taken, I don't know, 4 or 5 massive injections of toxic material into our house, and this is originally from. Sorry, it's a little noisy here in our filming location today, but this is from home injection stuff from Home Depot, fumigations, and none of that was working. I mean, we still had fleas. That's how much of an infestation we had, and then we finally called Orkin, and it took them 2 or 3 times to come out until finally the problem was removed. So unbelievable how they can get in the house. Obviously, these are very small creatures. They're like a drop of blood. Literally, I mean, you kill them, you get a drop of blood, and that's about the extent of their entire body. It's crazy. Termites. Quick word about that. They do affect a lot of short sale properties because folks have left, rotting wood, garbage, and whatnot. And termites need, food and water, some sort of moisture condition, and the ability to come in and out of the ground. So each day, it's a 24-hour cycle. They go up into the house, eat the wood, the rotted wood, and whatnot, and then go back down into the ground. And so they need some sort of ability to get back underneath the surface of the dirt. So you can actually tell if you've got termites if you see their little mud trails, little dirt trails. That's a telltale sign. If you see things in your garage or next to downspouts, on the side of even a brick of the outside of your house and whatnot, there's these little mud tubes or dirt tubes, and that's what they build, and that's what they travel in. So be on the lookout for that. There's of course, little tiny pinholes where termites build. You can even have, and we had on one short sale, termites come in, and then woodpeckers come in and poke a lot of holes in the outside of a house because they were going after the termites, and so the holes were even bigger. So those are things that you want to look out for in terms of prevention. What you need to do is keep the water away from the house. Don't let your weeds grow up. Weeds and bushes next to the house, not a good thing. That attracts ants and termites. Also, if you got some wood that you're using for fire, don't put it next to your house. These are the sorts of things that, again, termites love and are easy prevention things. Just move it to, the backyard, away from the house, next to your, fence or whatever. I know it's colder that way, but you can in the wintertime. But you can bring wood in, like in piles or whatever, and just keep it in your basement or something like that. Well, that might not be such a good idea either. And then finally, wanted to touch on fire ants. Fire ants are these really annoying, painful little ants that bite. Okay, so termites don't bite. obviously fleas do. And our ankles can attest to that. But fire ants, quick story on fire ants. I used to live in Florida, South Florida. Fire ants are terrible down there. They have these little dirt mounds where you can see them. And when you disturb their dirt mounds, it's not like a regular ant where, you know, a couple might come out or whatever. No, the whole colony comes out. And they come after you. And we didn't. I was a kid when we were looking around for houses. We were moving down to Florida, and we were looking for houses. So of course, you know, my brother and I didn't want to look at a house. But that was boring. So we'd, you know, play in the dirt or whatever. And we saw these ants that would get really ticked off if we, you know, hit their you know, little dirt colony. I was like, okay, that's cool. So let's jump in the ant pile. And all these ants would come out, and they got in our pants. And they, you know, next thing we know, we're in the car, go to the next house. And our whole pants are on fire. It's just itching crazy. We had to pull our pants down, and the realtor just laughs at us and says, "Yeah, these are fire ants. You don't want to stay in the colonies." And so they're bad. They are coming. They are coming. They are here in Maryland. They come up the East Coast every year. You have to be careful with these things. Definitely get proactive and aggressive pest control remediation if you see them in your yard. It's just kind of a little dirt pile is what it looks like. You know, maybe 2 inches high and, you know, 5-6 inches across, or more, maybe even a foot across. They pile these sort of on top of the ground, and then if you poke their nest, you know, they get all pissed off and they come out, you know, look for what's irritating them. So stay away from those things, man. Those are bad, and they're here in Maryland every year. They're coming up the East Coast. South Carolina, we were in Charleston a couple of years ago. They're all over the place down there. Even on the beach, they're all over the place. We would take pictures. You know, of course, the wife wants to take pictures, and oh my goodness, you know, just standing in the sand waiting for the shot to be taken, you got ants all over your legs. It's crazy. And you can tell because they go really fast. They dart around as soon as they ticked off, and they look for whatever to bite. And they actually inject venom into your body. Really small trace amounts, so they're not going to, ultimately probably not going to hurt you unless you get a ton of bites. But you know, dangerous for, you know, young and old alike. So anyway, here's a 360. Don't forget, check out our site, capitalshortsale.com. We do negotiate for agents and homeowners for free, and give away a free weekly prize. Whoever can first guess our filming location this week and every week, support at Cornerstone Properties, homeinfo.com. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.